And across the ring stands his opponent fighting out of the red corner. Wearing blue trimmed in gold, he weighed in 142 3/4 pounds. In 24 professional bouts, his record stands at 23 victories, just one defeat, 19 big wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the former WBC lightweight champion of the world. He is the fighting pride of the high desert from Victorville, California, presenting King Ryan Garcia!
Mario, El Azteca Barrios.
We went over the rules in the dressing room. Again, I want to caution you to keep this fight clean at all times, protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck.
Barrios attacking the body.
Police and came back to win the match.
Barrios looking to establish the jets.
And it's not trying to give too much, leaving the pressure up to...
30 seconds of the third round in a lightweight title unification.
Oh my! Wow! A monstrous shot!
Man still has a lot of fight.
Told that the corner's been threatening to turn down here in round 4. Was cut for the in the first frame. Barrios establishing one. A nice 1-2.
I'll have either start fighting more or...
Barrios at 21-0, 13 knocked. Barrios describing his style as a buck.
I feel like Barrios could snap out jabs at a certain distance.
Yeah.
Because that's what speed does. It makes you...
For Barrios, that's a 31% connect clip.
In there.
The bell rings, and instantly the atmosphere feels wrong for anyone expecting a slow, cautious opening round. Ryan storms out like he's allergic to silence, refusing to let the moment breathe for even a second.
The body in the first frame. Barrios establishing...
In there.
30 seconds of the third round in a lightweight title unification. Barrios looking to establish the jet. A nice 1-2.
I'll have either start fighting more or...
Down here in round 4, Barrios at 21-0, 13 knocked. Barrios describing his style as a buck.
I feel like Barrios could snap out jabs at a certain distance.
Yeah.
Because...
You snapping off rapid combinations that look almost fast-forwarded, twitchy, sharp, slightly impatient, like he's trying to outrun the pace of the fight itself.
Barrios attacking the body in the first frame. Barrios establishing...
In there.
30 seconds of the third round in a lightweight title unification. Barrios looking to establish the jet. A nice 1-2.
I'll have either start fighting more or...
Down here in round 4, Barrios at 21-0, 13 knocked. Barrios describing his style as a buck.
I feel like Barrios could snap out jabs at a certain distance.
Yeah.
But here's where it shifts. Mario Barrios doesn't react to the chaos at all. High guard tight, steps measured. Steady pressure, like a man walking calmly through a storm instead of sprinting away from it. The early rounds are pure contrast. Ryan explodes in flashy bursts that make the crowd gasp. Barrios quietly invest in body shots and positioning, thinking long-term rather than chasing highlights.
Barrios looking to establish the jet. A nice 1-2.
I'll have either start fighting more or...
Down here in round 4, Barrios at 21-0, 13 knocked. Barrios describing his style.
Then the rhythm starts to glitch. One exchange is explosive. The next turns rough and physical. You can see Ryan trying to control distance with speed, while Barrios slowly bends the geometry of the ring inch by inch.
As a buck.
I feel like Barrios could snap out jabs at a certain distance.
Yeah.
Because that's what speed does. It makes you...
For Barrios, that's a 31% connect clip.
Oh my! Wow!
The open lanes suddenly turn into traffic jams. Mid-fight feels like momentum is a hot potato. Nobody holding it for long. A flashy flurry here. A sharp response there. Composure and urgency playing tug of war in real time.
I'll have either start fighting more or...
Down here in round 4, Barrios at 21-0, 13 knocked. Barrios describing his style as a buck.
I feel like Barrios could snap out jabs at a certain distance.
Yeah.
Because that's what speed does. It makes you...
For Barrios,
That's what speed does. It forces reactions. By the later rounds, the spectacle shifts into survival mode and discipline. Sweat timing and subtle adjustments start mattering more than viral moments. There's no clean narrative. No one-note dominance, just a tense, unpredictable clash. where brilliance and stubborn resilience keep interrupting each other like to fight philosophies, refusing to agree on how the night should unfold. That chaotic, momentum-swinging energy makes the final press conference feel less like promotion and more like a psychological trailer for the storm we just witnessed. When the speakers call both fighters hungry and promise fireworks, it doesn't sound like hype. It sounds like the blueprint of the fight's DNA.
Fights. How has this camp been with your dad? Has it felt like kind of old times with him back in charge?
Yeah, it does feel like old times, you know. There's been a couple moments where it just feels like, man, is it like swinging back to like 2020 throwback, you know what I mean? Mark Castro came by the gym, everybody's coming by the gym. Right. It just felt like, you know, a little bit of a throwback.
Then Oscar jumps in sounding 100% confident after seeing the fire in Ryan's eyes. And honestly, that line hits differently knowing how emotionally explosive Ryan looked in stretches. It's like that spark translated directly into those sudden burst rounds, where speed hijacked the tempo, but at the same time, Oscar giving Barrios' respect for never backing down quietly foreshadows why the fight never turned into one-sided chaos. The champion mentality he hinted at showed up as composure under pressure, not theatrics.
100%. I really feel Ryan, when I saw him in last press conference in LA, I saw something in his eyes that only fighters see. Right? I've been in this game forever, so I can see that fire, that spark. I can see the fact that he went back to his father and their training, going back old school and getting ready for a world title shot. This is a fight that he's been waiting for all his life.
Talking about a 20-year journey and predicting a new face of boxing feels bold, almost cinematic, and you can sense ambition fueling one corner while calculated discipline drives the other. Then Henry Garcia asks which version of Ryan will show up, the Campbell, Fortuna, or Haney version. And that's fascinating because it suggests a hybrid fighter mentally. Inside the ring, we really did see flashes colliding instead of one consistent identity taking over.
What's changed in this training camp that you think is going to bring out that version of Ryan Garcia?
Very good question. When you have mind, body, and soul, and you got in your heart, you got a winning fighter right here. I'm so proud of my son.
And while Joe Goossen's calm praise of Barrios as a model gym fighter, emphasizing tighter defense and increased aggression, sounds understated but dangerous, like a quiet system upgrade rather than a personality shift. The coldest moment comes when Barrios says he simply wants to make Ryan uncomfortable. And Ryan instantly fires back, "No, I won't. That isn't trash talk. That's psychological denial versus strategic intention." One fighter dismissing discomfort as a concept, the other building an entire game plan around it. That single exchange may explain the tension of the matchup better than any highlight ever could.
You said in interviews that you want to test him. You want to make him ask questions in the ring. What does that look like?
Just making him uncomfortable. Just trying to exploit his weaknesses, and just every round, just making him uncomfortable.
10 interview that I see. Composed face-off energy suddenly feels personal once Henry Garcia starts speaking. Now it's not promoter confidence or trainer politeness. It's father and coach blended into one voice. When Henry says, "This whole moment is a cycle after training Ryan since age 7, the emotional subtext is undeniable. This isn't just another fight. It's unfinished family business wrapped in gloves." He even admits stepping down before to protect their bond, a rare dynamic in boxing where splits usually come from ego, not humility. But the temperature rises when he bluntly says he doesn't see Barrios as a threat. A bold stance considering Barrios enters as champion, with experience and durability. At the same time, Henry brushing off those living room training clips as trolling while insisting the real work happened privately feels like strategic media chess. Shaping perception while sharpening preparation.
About how serious was Ryan in the camp?
I can elaborate on that. See, Ryan likes to troll.
And we already know.
He likes to do that, but in our reality, privately we go to the gym afterwards, and we take care of business. I've always said this to my boys, business before pleasure, and we take care of business. He does the streaming, he does the trolling, at the living room, and people say, "Oh man, you're not serious. Look at the father just standing there." No. Hey, I've been doing this since he was 7 years old. I am not a noob.
Then the narrative shifts completely when Ryan's suspension, depression, and mental struggles come up. Suddenly, it's not about inconsistency. It's about rebuilding identity. When Henry recalls Ryan saying mid-fight, "Dad, I told you I wasn't ready," that isn't drama. That's a psychological scar being acknowledged in public. Yet Henry flips the tone immediately. Mind, body, and soul align now. Tip-top condition. Mentally sharp, spiritually grounded, confidence layered over past vulnerability. His calm dismissal of trainer changes being an advantage feels like a subtle jab disguised as analysis. One camp insists nothing new can surprise them. The other prepares to create discomfort, familiarity versus unpredictability. Father's belief versus champion's composure. And when a father-trainer speaks with that mix of pride, defense, and certainty, it doesn't sound like hype. It sounds like someone who truly believes this version of Ryan is the real one finally stepping forward.
Dad, I told you I wasn't ready. I mean, that just broke my heart because I knew, and I was like, wow, man. I said, well, you know what? We're here. It wasn't Ryan, but you know what? Like I said, God changed him. You know, his whole perspective. He's very active now. You've seen his body, how he is. I mean, he's just tip-top shape, thanks to his strength and conditioning coach, Donnie. And his just mental state of mind, his mind, body, and soul is 100%. You're going to see the Ryan that fought Oscar Duarte, if not better. Mark my word.